Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Clear the Ice. I'm your host, Mike Lauro. And wow, what can I say? A shootout win. Bobby Brinks with the winner. Second goal tonight. Flyers win 4-3 over those Washington Capitals. Woo! I'll tell you what, man, this team is resilient. These kids, oh my God, they don't give up, man. They really don't. And Eriksson, again, this is really, as Jim Jackson alluded to at the end of the broadcast, it really is a new wave of thinking, I guess, with this Flyers organization. They're winning in shootouts. When can you ever remember that? Eriksson, undefeated in shootouts, has yet to give up a goal. Oh. So I'll tell you what, and there was a little faux pas in the beginning. If you guys were watching this when it first came on, I actually screwed up. I clicked on the Fightins final opening. So, yes, that was my fault. So, yes, you did see Zach Wheeler getting ready to throw a ball. Again, that is my fault. So, it's been a long day. I'm still here at the studio from my show earlier. I watched the game here, did my notes, and watched the game. So, guys, listen. I'll tell you what, man. If you look at it, Flyers really, really came back in this game. They were being outshot, like kind of in the middle of the third period, and all of a sudden, man, it just exploded. I'm looking at the stats here, just out of curiosity, right now. Flyers actually end up coming back and taking the leading shots. They end up with two more shots than the Caps. They had 32. Capitals had 30. Big eyesore for me, though, tonight is the power play. A 0 and 0 for 5 on the man advantage. You guys, you can't have that. Torch has got to get that cleaned up. They did look a little sluggish to start off this game. Looked like it was going to be the Capitals' night, man, just by the way they were going. Holy shout out, Batman. Nice overtime win for the Fly Guys. Well, Dave Yarnell checking in. Yeah, Dave, that was a heck of a game, man. Sitting here watching this game, I couldn't believe it myself. I'll tell you what, again, Eriksson tonight in net. Oh my God, dude. He was just unreal. 30 saves on 27 shots. What can you say about the guy? He's been winning. He's winning. And again, these young guys, Owen Tippett, Morgan Frost, Joel Farabee, the Youngbloods, really continuing to contribute with this Flyers team. Really kind of being the lightning rods. Owen Tippett was flying around there tonight. I'll tell you what, Tyson Foerster, he had a few chances as well tonight. I just could not believe this. I'm going to give you a brief little description of the game, guys, and then I'll get back into I'll get into your comments or whatnot, or if you were watching the game and everything was going on. Ryan checks in. Mike Lauro, what a horrible win. Hey, Ryan, I'll take them. Because right now that's in the division. That's going to help them. I don't know about horrible. They are being pretty good there, Ryan. I think you're funny, though. There you go. Ryan checking in with us. But, I'm going to go back over this. Like I said, first period really wasn't really too much to really kind of, Flyers were 0 for 1 on the power play. Caps were 0 for 2. To me, it just didn't seem like you could, you really couldn't see if you could, couldn't see the Flyers get going. They looked like they were in, it looked like they were in mud a little bit. It took them a minute to get going. If you were watching this game in the first period, you would have thought, Washington's going to come out. They're going to be the more physical team tonight. They were definitely throwing the body around early on. So, with that being said, we go to the first break, no score. And then the Flyers get on the board really quick in the beginning of the second period. Bobby Brink with the assist from Marc Staal at 2:14 of the second period. He scores. 40 seconds later, though, the Washington Capitals come back. Connor McMichael scores at the 3-minute mark. Tom Wilson, the old thorn in our side, the guy who I can't stand on that team. Tom Wilson lights the lamp with Dylan Strome and TJ Oshie just about halfway through the period. And that's how your second period would end, with the Capitals up 2-1 going into that second period. The Flyers, total shots at that point in time, the Flyers were down 18-15, as I'm looking at my notes right here. They were down 18-15. At that point in the game, even going into the third period, they were already 0 for 5 on the penalty or on the power play. The Capitals were, the Capitals were 1 for 3. So started looking like it was getting a little bit of momentum. And then the third period came along. Joel Farabee at the 5:25 mark of the third period. Beautiful wraparound goal. He got it out of the corner. Great hustle play by Cam Atkins to get over there and kind of shift it over to him. And Farabee takes it from behind the net, wraps it around, scores, tying the game up at 2. And a little over 6 minutes later, Dylan Strome, again off of what looked like a broken stick, was passed or something, a broken stick, and it kind of just ended up on his, and he got the puck past Eriksson to give Washington the 3-2 lead. And then with just under 3 minutes left to go in the game, our boy Owen Tippett from Morgan Frost ties the game up at 3. We go into overtime. Both teams have their chances. Both teams had their chances in overtime. It would come ultimately down to a shootout. First shooter of the night is Sean Couturier. He scores. Flyers go up 1-0 on the go up 1-0 over in the shootout. TJ Oshie would answer for Washington, beating Eriksson, or Erisson, however you want to put it. After that, both Tyson Forrester and Dylan Strome would both have their chances for each respective team. Did not get the pucks past the goaltenders. Bobby Brink would then come up again, this time in the shootout. He would score. I did not get the Washington's player who took the last shot. I think it was Miranda. He would come in. Eriksson would get the save on that. Flyers win 4-3. And I'll tell you what, it's looking real good. And, you got those Detroit Red Wings coming in on Saturday. So that's going to be a really, really good game for the Flyers. If you take a look now, I said earlier on my show, earlier on the Locker Room podcast, that I picked the Flyers to go 3-0. I think they can. They're playing really good hockey right now. Detroit's coming in here. They're kind of coming into a little bit of a buzzsaw. So with that being said, I'm going to give you guys – I'm going to take a little trip around the league real quick. I'm trying to knock out all this stuff because I'm going to give you guys at least a good 10 minutes with me to write your comments, say whatever. If not, we'll call it an early night, and we go. So with that being said, I'm going to run through the out-of-town scoreboard right now. In the third period is the St. Louis Blues leading the Ottawa Senators 3-1. The Minnesota Wild and the Calgary Flames are tied at 1 right now they are tied in the third period. The Lightning have a 2-0 lead over the Edmonton Oilers. Let's see here. The Florida Panthers and Vancouver Canucks, Chicago Blackhawks, and the Seattle Kraken will be getting underway right now. It says 10 p.m. Eastern. We're after 10, so they're just getting underway in their respective games. Earlier on this evening, it was the Hurricanes 2-1 winners over those Detroit Red Wings, and it was the Columbus Blue Jackets hanging on in overtime to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 6-5. And if you've been watching anything with that, go check out the highlights for that game because I want to check it out. Columbus was up 5-0 in that game, and I'm talking probably middle of the second period. They were up 5-0. So Toronto put 5 goals on the board within a period and a half. I definitely want to go check out those highlights for that one. So that is it for your trip around the scoreboard right there. So we will be getting over to you guys in just a second. But before I do that, we do have to pay bills here. So with that being said, guys, if you're looking to get down there Saturday, maybe you guys want to go down and you ain't got nothing to do, or maybe an early Christmas present, whatever, go to sherrystickets.com. Enter the promo code EOP10. You will save 10% off for the fees. There are no hidden fees. What you see is what you get right there from sherrystickets.com. Family owned and operated since 1946. Guys, again, and if it's not just for sports too, as you can see here, to do concerts, theaters, so get over to sherrystickets.com. If for some odd reason, if you get stuck and you accidentally beat up a Penguins fan, reach out to our guy, David R. Cherry, for workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, criminal law. Make sure you check him out at www.cherryinjurylaw.com or 610-565-0300. Tell them that the boys from EOP sent you over. And guys, if you're in the Ridley, Delaware County area, and you want a good place to go watch a Flyers game or an Eagles game, or just to go have a good time, make sure you go to Dolan's Bar, 24 East Sellers Avenue in Ridley Park. You never know who you're going to run into there. Like I said, I've been there quite a few times. Every time I've been there, there's been somebody different. Ran into the Mickey Morandini there, Hollis Thomas, Lenny Dykstra. You never know. You just don't know who you're going to run into there. So make sure you guys check them out. And last but not least, you are a Flyers fan, this is the trip for you. That's right. Philly Sports Trips got this. They got the tickets. The 2024 Stadium Series hockey trip. I am actually looking to do this trip myself, along with me and a couple other of the co-hosts here. We are looking to do this trip up to the big Snoop, as I call it, Snoopy Stadium, there, MetLife Stadium. Get on over there to phillystrips.com. I can tell you right now, you will not regret it. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, February 17th. And trust me, for what you would pay for what they're offering, it would be 3 times the amount. Get over there, get up there, and like I said, tell them that we sent you over. Sorry, guys, I had to wet the whistle while I was reading it. But, yeah, get over there to do that, because I'm actually looking forward to that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, guys, is that trip. Now, listen, it's open to you guys. You guys got comments. I'm going to read off where I stopped at. Ryan said, I'm just messing, just 100%. I know, Ryan. Dave Yarnold checking back in says, these Fly guys are having fun. It's a fun team to watch lately. Yeah, Dave, it's been really, really fun to watch these guys, man. These guys have been playing really good hockey. I wish their power play would get going a little bit more, kind of get rid of these offers. But Tortorella's got this team playing well, man. He does, and he's finally getting decent, or not decent, he's getting above decent play from the goaltenders. I wish his defense would stop running around, as we saw tonight. But overall, and Ryan agrees with you, Dave. And Joe Scorza checking in says, Flyers gave you a lot to discuss tonight, Mike. Great comeback win. Yeah, they did, Joe. They did. I mean, I'll tell you, man, this Flyers team, and I know I don't like giving my partner any credit on Sunday. I think he's a buffoon. I got to deal with him. But he was right when it came to this Flyers team. He said they may be sneaky good. And for the first part of this season, they are right there, man. They are right there. They're hustling. They're getting to the boards. They're getting to the loose puck. I love these young players that they have right now. And I feel like maybe with better drafting, with Jonesy and Briere at the helm, maybe they might be able to start getting some things. Getting some good talent, better talent in here. Maybe get a stud player in here or two to go with this core. Who knows? I got one more here. Ian Okerman says, love the hustle and grit these boys play with. Yeah. Ian, I can't agree with you more. I mean, they really are. This team, man, it's just been the way that it doesn't matter. If they get down, they just find a way. And now I'm starting to sound like my broadcast partner, but they did. They just find a way. They just keep playing. Like the whole cliche, we play for 60 minutes. Like the Flyers are really living up to that this year. And I hope the fan base really starts coming back more and more. Start packing out the house for some of these games. Because to me, I'm going to be honest with you, I was listening tonight, and it was very, very quiet down at the Wells Fargo Center, even for the game that they had tonight. I don't know. I kind of want that place. I want that building rocking again. And I think these kids, the way they're playing, they deserve it. So let's fill up that building for Saturday. Steve checking in. What's up, Steve? He said drafting wasn't Fletcher's issue. Everything else was. Well, you know what, Steve? Hey, right now, man, they are just doing their thing, man. And, maybe if they can get the drafting combined with bringing in these free agents and having them, mold this team together, man, these young players that they have. And like I said, they still got a few nice little pieces up there in Allentown. I know me and Matty B disagree on a lot of things, but I think they got some hidden gems up there. I really do. I think that they can come down and flourish up there at Lehigh. So hopefully they can get together with this. So with that being said, guys, I'm pretty much riding this course for this game. Final score again tonight. Flyers 4. The Capitals 3. Next up, the Detroit Red Wings. And I think that should be an old school game on Saturday evening. So with that being said, guys, I thank you all for chiming in and tuning in. I am Mike Lauro. You can see me Sunday morning with Pat Bernard, and again next Thursday with Joey Marks and James Scorza for the Locker Room Sports Show. Pat, that's right, my partner Pat. Wait a minute, Steve got one more. We're gonna get this last one. How long until Matt has Hart traded? LOL. I don't know, man. I don't know if Matt's. I don't know. You know what, Steve? Check in the Matty Show on Monday nights and ask him. I'm pretty sure he would give you an answer on that one. So, guys, I want to thank you, Steve, Ian, Joe, Ryan, Dave, Yarnell. Thank you guys so much for checking in tonight. And everybody else who did check in, maybe didn't have time to comment or whatever, but thank you for checking in. Again, check me out Sunday morning with Pat, P and M and the AM. Pat will have your post-game coverage live Saturday night right after the Flyers game. So, guys, until then, thank you very much, and I will see you guys. Oh, wait, I got to make sure I do the right exit intro because I screwed that one up. Have a good evening, guys.